All right, last exercise I'm going to cover. Again, this is another advanced exercise. Again, we're just looking to integrate everything that we've learned so far from, again, starting low to the ground, working our way up into quadruped or into tall kneeling, and then coming all the way up into standing. So this one is calling rolling like a ball. So this is a really great exercise just because it really integrates a lot of the squatting components, a lot of the core components, just the dynamic extensibility of your leg muscles as well too. And then I like it specifically because it looks at just the ability for the spine to be able to move into extension and flexion. And so for some folks, they might already be in a very, especially with their lumbar spine, their low back, they might already be in a very flexed position and not as much extension. For me, I tend to hold myself in more extension. I have a lot of hamstring flexibility, but not as much flexibility in my lumbar spine, even though it looks like I do. Actually, a lot of it is coming from my hamstrings. So this one is a really great exercise that I like to do. So I'm going to break it down a little bit slower and then into what it should look like. So I'll do that also without talking. So you're going to start off on the ground. Again, flat surface is preferable. You're going to come onto your back. You're going to hug your knees in towards your chest. So again, you should feel for your low back pressing in towards the ground. So I like to actually start off, especially if you're new to this exercise, to have your hands under or behind your knees rather than in front. In front is going to be a lot harder, so you can definitely check that out for yourself. So you're going to have it just behind your knees. You're going to keep that tucked in, so you're going to be really engaging your hip flexors as well as your abdominal muscles while you're here. And then you're going to lift your head up, so your chin is going to be moving in towards your chest. So the legs will move, and you're just going to start with rolling. So this might be enough for some folks. So again, you might see that as I roll, especially as I roll from my thoracic spine to my low back, it's not very smooth, again, just because I don't have as much flexion. So this is something that I'm still working on. So you can just start off here just rolling, just getting that movement in your spine. And then you can see if you can come all the way up into a sitting position. So you're rolling into sit, roll to sit, roll to sit. So then next you can roll into sit and then into a squat. So you're going to kind of pop up into a squat. So again, you're going to roll. You don't have to hold on. Pop into a squat. Roll, pop into a squat. Then next, roll, pop into a squat, and then stand. Okay. And then you just do the opposite as you make your way down. You pop back into a squat, and then you roll, pop into a squat, and stand. Okay. So there might be that initial where you want to almost fall back. That's where you need to use your abdominal muscles in order to help to keep you forward, so that way you can be able to stand up. So I like this because again, it's a full body dynamic exercise that you can really use. Okay. So I'm going to show it just without talking. So there's that like temporary pause when I'm here. Again, that's just so I can catch my balance before I come back up into a stand. So just making sure that that feels comfortable for you. Again, just start off with some of the starting the slower points of just rolling first, getting comfortable with that. Again, I'm going to be coming up with another video just talking about more squatting components, so that at least the squatting aspect feels comfortable for you before you take this into the more dynamic part of the